Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my October update for my whole collection project pan. This was a project that was created by Becky Loves Kanga, so I will have her linked down in my description box down below. And I was heavily inspired to do this project from my friend Emily McKennis, who will also be linked below, as well as more information for other creators who are currently working on this project. We have a whole group chat where we cheer one another along. So if you're interested in more panning content, roulette style content, go check out my description box for more information. And I'm also very excited that I get to partner with Ana Luisa on today's video. I have worked with Ana Luisa in the past and I thoroughly enjoy every single time that I get to work with them. So I have some new pieces to share with you guys today. I have on some new earrings as well as some layering necklaces, which I am super excited about. If you guys have never heard me talk about Ana Luisa in the past, they are an online-based jewelry company committed to sustainability, fair pricing, and quality pieces. I have so many pieces from Ana Luisa and I honestly love every single one of them. On top of the fact that they are 100% carbon neutral, I love the fact that they create their pieces in limited batches. They have pieces starting at $39 and I just feel like they create really beautiful, classic, timeless, dainty, just beautiful pieces. Every single piece of jewelry that I've owned from Ana Luisa, I still wear. It's not like I feel like I have pieces that are like outdated, and everything is like seasonally relevant and again, just very classy, timeless, and beautiful. So my newest pieces, my favorite pieces from Ana Luisa are probably their necklaces. It's like a tough choice between their necklaces or their earrings, but I do actually have two of their necklaces layered on top of one another. So I have the Heritage set, which are the two just like gold chains, which I think are really beautiful. And then I also have this really cute pendant necklace. This is called the Zoe necklace. My daughter's name is Zoe, so I was super excited to pick this up. And I think all three of them layer so nicely with one another. I also own the Michelle set, which is a layering set. I believe that's 3 layering pieces. Love that set. I love the way that Ana Luisa does their layering pieces. I just think it's so beautiful. I'm like literally obsessed. And then the earrings that I have on, honestly obsessed with as well. These are the Hannah Marble Blue earrings and these are beautiful. I love the way that they kind of contrast with like the shirt that I have on today. I think these are going to be so beautiful for the fall time. I love that they're smaller. They also have really nice huggy earrings. They call them huggies and they just like truly like hug your ears like little hoops, which normally would not have been my thing. Sometimes I like really bold like statement earrings, but I also feel like they do the dainty earring right. So that being said, I will leave a link down below for you guys. You can save 10% off if you shop through that link. It is not an affiliate link. I do not make commission off of that link, but it does save you 10% in case you're interested in checking out any of the pieces. If you have any questions about Ana Luisa or my recommendations, etc., leave them for me down below and I would be happy to answer them for you guys. They also have their pre-Black Friday sale coming up, so don't forget to check them out. I've never been disappointed by any of the pieces that I have picked up from Ana Luisa, and thank you again to Ana Luisa for working with me on this video. Other than that, if you guys are interested in seeing my progress in my whole collection project pan, including a couple items we'll be rolling out today, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. I did just recently, it was palette week last week, so I'll have my palette playlist linked down below as well in case you're interested in that palette themed content. But other than that, let's get into the update. All right guys, let's get into my progress. I am really excited that I will be rolling out 2 products. I wasn't thinking I was going to get to roll anything out this month. I did not wear makeup all that much in September, but clearly I wore it enough to make some good progress and we'll be rolling a few things out. But let's start with, I'm just gonna go in order that I have these items written down. So let's start with this lipstick from Tarte. This is one of their, what do they call these again? These are like my favorite lipsticks ever. And I rolled in the shade 5 o'clock. This is how much product we have left. I did just give myself a goal of reaching for this 20 times. Last update, I was at 7 of those 20 uses and I've reached for this an additional 2 times this month, meaning that we still have 11 more uses to go. I'm gonna add a little bit right now. I wore this earlier today, so this isn't counting as like an additional use. But I do really like this shade, especially for, I feel like this would be like a really good October shade. So I'm hoping that I can get some good use out of this. Usually in October, we plan a couple trips to the pumpkin patch and the apple orchard. So if I am just like consistent, maybe I could have that as a rollout next month. There is a little bit of visible progress when I show you guys my line markings. I'll post a photo over here. And then in terms of weight change, there was no weight change. This weighed 18 grams last update, and it is still weighing 18 grams today. Next up, I have a product that I am really excited I will be rolling out. It is my Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation. When I rolled this in, this was brand new to my collection, so I just gave myself a goal of using this 10 total times. I do really enjoy this foundation. I obviously purchased it in like my self-tanned shade, and I haven't been as consistent with my self-tanning lately, but I was able to use this an additional 5 times. I was at 5 uses up until this update, and I did reach for this an additional 5 times. I do think this is a really beautiful foundation. It is really heavily fragranced though, so it's not something I like to use consistently like back-to-back days, but I would be interested in picking this up in a shade that I felt like worked a little bit better for me. Maybe it was a little bit lighter, so I didn't constantly have to mix this. But I'll probably hold off on doing that until I get through a couple other foundations currently in my collection. My foundation inventory number is just a little bit out of control, but we will be rolling that out, meaning at the end of this video, we will be rolling in a new product to replace that. That weighed 153 grams last update, and it does weigh 152 grams today. A product I've been working on for a while is a pan in my Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I have been really excited to roll in face palettes into these randomized projects because I feel like the face palette category in my like makeup collection just gets neglected quite a bit. So this is the pan that I rolled in. It's obviously like the setting shade, and I did give myself the lofty goal to hit pan on this. We did not see any weight change on this month. This weighed 176 grams last month. It's still weighing 176 grams. I have been using this so much. Every single time I do my makeup, I use this to set underneath my eyes, and I even sometimes use it to set around my nose just to get some more use out of it. It's not a shade that I love, and I definitely don't use the powder to set all over my face. It just, I feel like looks a little bit dry on my skin. I am hoping you'll see that there is like a dip. I will also insert pictures in like a video clip. There's a good dip going, I feel like, but I also feel like these pans might be rather thick. You know what I just thought of, and I don't know why I literally just thought of this when this has been in for months. I could use this as my like eye setting shade to hit pan. Why am I such an idiot? I could literally use this to set my eyelids when I do my eye makeup. Okay, well, hopefully if I use it that way, maybe we'll have pan next update. I do feel like it's a more firmly pressed powder as well, so it's just been taking a while to get through. I'm gonna use it to set my lids, even though I currently have a lid setting shade in another project. Maybe I'll go back and forth between the two, but I would love to hit pan on this by the next update. I used to sing the praises of this palette so often on my channel, so I love that this has been getting really consistent use, and I'll be really excited to finally see a pan on this face palette because this has been one of my favorite face palettes in my collection for a few years now. But this is we're gonna keep chugging away on that. The other product that I'm going to be rolling out is my Becca Flower Child blush. When I rolled this in, I gave myself a goal of using this 15 times. Last update, I was at 9 of those 15 uses, and I did reach for this an additional 6 times, putting me at 15 total uses, which I'm really excited about. There was no change in weight. This was 43 grams last update. It still weighs 43 grams. I feel like it's going to look very similar. With blushes, I just feel like they are so slow moving all of the time. It's just such a discouraging product, in my opinion, to work on. But we did hit our 15 use goal, so this one will be rolling out. Next up, I have my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I'm not working on a specific pan in this highlighter. I gave myself the goal of either trying to use up this entire side or hit pan on this side, and I have been working diligently on this. I do feel like there is like a more decent dip going like right about here on this side, and then I have been working on this side as well, so maybe when I show pictures it'll look a little bit different. I'm honestly not sure. I haven't looked at the picture yet. There was a bit of weight change in this. This weighed 62 grams last update and it weighs 61 grams today, which is super just dropped that. It's still intact. We're still good to go. We will continue to just keep diligently working away on this. I should start to use this as an inner corner highlight on my eye, and maybe I could hit pan that way, but that one we are still working on. Next up, we have my Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick. This is such a lofty product because you get so much product in this product. I gave myself a usage goal of 30 uses. This is actually, fun fact, a product that I was working on in my whole collection project pan last year, and I used this 50 times in that project. There was no weight change on this. This weighed 56 grams last update. It's still weighing 56 grams. I was at 3 of my 30 uses last update, and I only used this an additional 2 times, so we're only at 5 of 30 uses. I am currently trying to finish off a cream bronzer in a different project pan, which is why I haven't reached for this one quite as frequently, but I think I'm going to give myself a goal of using this at least 5 times. I would like to be at 10 of 30 uses next update, so that would mean I would have to reach for this 5 times this next month, which I feel like is an easily achievable goal. So that will be my goal there. I do have 2 lip pencils that I've been working on in this project. This one from Jaunt Bleu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. This was rolled in last update. No weight change on this. This weighed 3 grams last update, and it still weighs 3 grams. I believe I gave myself a goal of using the product down to where the L starts, or where the font starts here. You'll see when I post my pictures over to the side here, I feel like there was some decent movement with this. I have been better about trying to remember to reach for my lip pencils, and this is one that I reached for quite a bit this last month. And then I'm also working on this Bodyography pencil. I made a little bit of progress on this. No weight change. This weighed 3 grams, still weighs 3 grams. I did give myself a goal. I will post a picture over here. There's like a goal line, which was about half of the pencil. I don't feel like I'm gonna hit that goal by the end of the year. I reached for this a couple of times. Obviously, there's a slight change in like usage. Like, you can tell I used it some. I could probably sharpen this again right now, but not a lot of change on this. I feel like I'm not going to be successful in this one, but we're going to continue to work towards our goal on that. And then the final 2 products, I rolled this one in last update. This is my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. I totally forgot about this, and I didn't even reach for this one time. I did give myself a goal of reaching for this 15 times. We're still right here. This is something I worked on in my Rolling Project 10 pan earlier this year. I will be honest, I will try and get my 15 uses out of this, but I am currently trying to finish off my Maybelline Cheek Heat, which is very similar to this. It's a different shade, but I am confident that I could potentially finish off the Maybelline Cheek Heat if I really heavily focused on it, and I would like to have another empty for the end of the year. So I'm not going to be as diligently focused on this. I am still hoping I could hit 15 uses by the end of the year. And then the final product to update you on is this one right here. This is my Lunar Beauty Moon Prism palette, and I rolled this in last update, and I rolled in the shade Spacey right here, which has been a really beautiful shade to work on for this time of year. I did give myself a goal of reaching into this shade, I believe 20 total times, and I reached for this a total of 7 times this past month, which I'm actually really proud of myself for. Normally I'm not that consistent, like using the same blush. I have been mixing this with my Buxom Seychelles blush to kind of like tone it down or neutralize it a little bit as well. I'm also working on Buxom Seychelles in my Rolling Project 10 pan, so I'm just trying to get use out of it. But I'm really happy that I'm already at 7 of my 20 uses. I don't think I will hit my goal on this next update, but I'm hoping 2 updates from now this can be a rollout. But that being said, it is now time to roll in 2 new products to replace the Givenchy foundation as well as my Becca Flower Child. I did spend some time updating my spreadsheet. I may already have posted my September update for my makeup inventory, and if I have not, that video is coming very soon. But when I was updating my makeup inventory spreadsheets, I took some time to update my whole collection project pan spreadsheet. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's not as disastrous as last update when I had spent probably like 20 minutes trying to roll in new products. So let me pull up my whole collection project pan. I just don't want to work on 2 of the same products at the same time, so I don't want to roll in. Do I not want to roll in another face palette, or do I care? If I roll in another face palette, because I'm working on 2 separate products out of those face palettes, I don't necessarily care. So the only thing, if we roll in another lip pencil, I will just re-roll. So let's see. I have 675 potential items that could be selected. So I'm pulling out my Pretty Random app, and we're gonna randomly generate 2 numbers between 1 and 675. So here we go. We get number 305 as well as 580. I don't know how well you can see that, but let's see what those numbers correlate to. So number 305 is Tarte Beach Babe. Is that, I think that is a lipstick, which is so ironic because I think it's another Tarte Color Splash lipstick. So I'll be working on 2 of those. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Beach Babe I think is a really nude shade, which I actually really love a really nude lip. Plus I feel like it could pair nicely if I wanted to do like an ombre lip with some of the lip pencils that I'm working on. And then number 580 is going to be, where are we? 580 is from my, it's actually from a face palette, which is ironic. It's from my Lorac Holiday palette, which I actually worked on in this project earlier this year, which is really ironic. I've gotten so many face palettes for this project this year, and it's super ironic that that is rolled for a second time, and it's the second blush shade in that palette. So I'm gonna go grab those 2 products and I'll be right back and we can discuss goals. All right, I am back. Up first, we have the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade Beach Babe, which is a pretty nude shade, but, oh yeah, that's really nude, like a really nude pink. That's okay though, we'll make it work. There it is right there, and just for reference, I'll swatch 5 o'clock next to it as well. There's Tarte 5 o'clock, and then I'm actually also working on Tarte Rum Punch, which is another Color Splash lipstick for my Graveyard project pan. I'll swatch that one just for reference as well. Tarte Rum Punch is literally my favorite lipstick of all time. Tarte Rum Punch is pretty similar to Beach Babe. So here's Tarte Rum Punch and here's Beach Babe. Beach Babe is just a little bit lighter and potentially and a little bit more pink. I love Rum Punch. I need to I'm probably gonna have to repurchase Rum Punch during probably this 4VIB sale. This has nothing to do with this project, but there we are with Rum Punch. Okay, so my goal for Beach Babe specifically, I think will be, should we do, what did we do? We did 20 uses for Tarte, the other Tarte lipstick. Should we do 20 uses for that as well? Do we think I can hit 20 by the time I wrap this project up? It's not necessarily the shade that I go for this time of year, but it's also like a very wearable shade for me. We'll go with 20 uses. We're gonna go 20 uses on Tarte Beach Babe, and then I'm kind of nervous to see what blush shade I am working on. I don't think it's the same one I was working on. I was working on Technicolor. Tea Rose. Okay, so this is the shade that we're gonna be working on in my Lorac Holiday palette. This is a really beautiful shade. This actually might be my favorite shade in the entire palette, but this is gonna be really similar to the shade that I'm working on, at least I think, in the Moon Prism palette. So here is Tea Rose. It's a really beautiful mauve shade, really perfect for this time of year. Let me swatch it next to Spacey. Maybe they're different. Oh yeah, they're different. Spacey's a little bit more rosy. So here's Spacey and then here is Tea Rose. This is way more rosy. They are not as similar as I was expecting at all. Okay, so in terms of goals for this guy, I gave myself a goal of 20 on this. I don't want to like be super deadlocked into anything. I think I'm just going to give myself a goal of reaching for this 10 times because there's so many other blushes I'm currently working on, things that I'm trying to finish up before the end of the year. This is a beautiful shade. I could even, I don't think I'll knock out 10 uses in 1 month, but I feel like in 2 months time I could easily use this 10 times and not feel like I'm super just deadlocked into one blush shade. So I'll give myself a goal of reaching for Tea Rose 10 times from the Lorac palette. But after after that, that is going to conclude my update for this whole collection project pan. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting my channel. Don't forget to check out Ana Luisa down below if you're interested in any of their jewelry pieces. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for working with me on this video. Other than that, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.